Welcome to International Securities Exchange's podcast series. Facilitated by renowned educators, ISE podcasts are intended to teach beginning as well as seasoned investors the ins and outs of trading. To find an updated list of podcasts, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts. Please be sure to listen to our important message following this episode regarding the risks of investing in exchange-traded options.
Let's look at a couple of other examples. I had like 4 charts open, and obviously with 5 minutes left, we're not going to be able to look at them with as much detail. But let me go ahead and I'm trying to decide on like Russell or Spider Gold Trust or QQQ. Let's look at the QQQ real quick. Okay, let me go ahead and maximize QQQQQ. I want to point out a couple things here from you. We've been obviously, you notice where we went from bullish to bearish here, or from bearish to bullish here the last time, okay? Since then, we've been bullish on this particular stock, on the Qs ever since, right? That has had a price range of about 45 to about 56. It's gone pretty much straight up on that. Is that going to help you make money and put the odds in your favor? Oh, absolutely. Okay, we might have had a couple of losing trades here. In fact, we probably would have triggered into a couple of trades, but because we're managing our stops, those should be minimalized. Let's just look at this last piece of price activity here. Okay, so here again, just to kind of look at it real quickly, we would have probably structured into a trade, and I'm going to do this quickly. Do this on your own and take more time with it, simply because we're running out of time. We would have probably structured into a trade right here, okay? Put a stop loss right about there, okay? Triggered into that trade, moved up our stop. No, we wouldn't have hit a stop loss here because our stop would have been here. Moved our stop again right here, okay? Moved our stop loss up again right here, okay? Probably we wouldn't have triggered even out of that one. Moved up our stop again right here on this buy signal. Probably stopped out on that trade. Okay, right here. Yeah, oops. Let me draw a new line. Right about here. No, maybe not. Okay, we'd probably still be in that trade. If we stopped out here, which will happen during pullback, sometimes you'll stop out and we get another long, we just structure another trade. Okay. And in this particular last example, we've been in a trade from September to now, which is great because the Qs have just been taking a nice run up, a very good trendable run up. And I'd say that we would have made some money on that particular trade. I think it would be hard to contest that. Again, trade with the trend. This is a good way to do that. I'm not sure I've got much more time to do any more examples. Let's look at the Russell real quick. Again, the market's been very, very nice lately. Here we would have bought. Here we would have moved up our stop. We would have stopped out. Probably had some sideways trades here, and you always lose money in the sideways market. Here we would have had another really good trade. I bet if we went in and dollar trade per trade wouldn't figured it out, we would have made a lot of money. Okay, and this is the Spider Gold Trust here. Okay. And obviously, gold's been making some pretty good moves to the upside. Looks like from this big pull up, we've been on the right side of that trend at least. On this big pull up, we were on the right side of that trend at least. On this one, it was a little bit sideways. I doubt we would have made any money on this one, but we were on the right side of that trend. So again, what I want you guys to do is I want you to be able to look at this for yourself and see if this is something that's helpful for you. I've had some really good results with this. I do also want you to go up and I want you to go through the full class that we put together with Rahul Mohindar. So I'm going to come up here and I just want to show you a resource real quick. I'm running into my last couple minutes here. I just went up to MetaStock.com, which it takes you up to Equus.com. Okay. Click on our support section here of our website. Click on online training. Okay. You'll notice on our main page here, we've got RMO training, we've got trading the RMO. We have 2 web classes that are just put together around this RMO methodology. go through them before you start playing with the RMO. Then start playing with the RMO, and if it's something that helps you make money, start using it. Okay. Always trade it on paper for a while. Make sure you're comfortable with it. While you're up here, you might as well look at some of our MetaStock recorded training. It's really going to tell you about how you can test some of these trading ideas to see how it works. It's going to show you how you can write scans to run against ETFs to see if they work. It's going to tell you about our expert advisor. Like I said earlier, MetaStock's won best software in its price category 20 years in a row. It's an incredible tool. And it's like any other tool. If you understand how to use it and what the tools are for, you're going to be far more successful about building a house. Let's go back into the presentation. Let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And Dan asked
the tab up top.
Okay, let me go back to the RMO presentation. Once chart layouts put price plot on the top with indicators below, is there some rhyme or reason to doing price at the bottom? I wouldn't say that it's a well thought out reason, Dan. Basically, we took Rahul's methodology, and he was used to looking at it that way. If you wanted to rearrange that, it's just a drag and drop operation in MetaStock, okay? And it's very, very easy to do, okay? My main goal was to kind of get you to sign up for a trial, and I'm putting together a brand new offer today that we're going to try on you. I think it's probably one of the better offers that I've done, so I think you'll like it. A couple things, here's some, this is a guy I work with. My job at MetaStock is to set up our partnerships and set up our dealerships. This guy did a manual test of the RMO with no stops at all. He was up 400%. In September, I'm waiting for him to put together a testimonial for me. I'm going to include it in my presentation from here on out. But in September, I started up a new dealer in Australia who's doing a really good job with us. The name of the website is Options Trading Australia. And he can't stop telling me how much he loves MetaStock. In addition to that, when I was talking to him back in December, he's like, well, you know, I've got probably about 31 trades. I only use RMO on them. 28 out of them have been positive trades where I've made money. I was blown away by that. I think that it may be a typical result, but from my experience, I come in here. My personal experience is I use RMO to trade my ETFs basically in my long-term 401k accounts. But it's something that works really, really exceptionally well for me as well. I'm waiting for him to put together a disclaimer, or not a disclaimer, a testimonial for me. He promised me one yesterday. I'm going to have to bug him about it, but he's done exceptionally well with it. The thing I like about RMO is I can pull up just about anything, and it works pretty well on it. I can show some really good trade examples. It is really something. We've set up educators that all they do is teach people how to use RMO. That's it. It works really, really well. It's a very good mechanical system that manages stops and money management and things like that. It's a very well-rendered thing. So here's the offer. I want you to, another thing is 85% of our traders say they're more successful using MetaStock. So there's our award that I've been talking about a few times during the presentation. Here's what I'm going to do, okay? This is a special offer. If you lease MetaStock for 1 month, I'm going to give you 3 months, okay? The end-of-day subscription price for MetaStock is $59 per month. And if you're position trading, everything that we did tonight you could do on an end-of-day version of MetaStock. It works really well. It's fairly inexpensive, $59 a month. If you buy 1 month, you're going to get 3 months. So it's a pretty good value as well, okay? MetaStock Professional, basically if you were an institution, you'd pay about $450 for MetaStock and about $350 minimum for their data. Their data goes from up to $6,000, I understand, per license, per terminal. But if you're not an institutional customer, you can sign up for our real-time trial, which includes MetaStock. It also includes a product called Quote Center, which includes all of Reuters' real-time news, all of the fundamental information, all of everything. It's a really, really good package. $235 a month if you pay for 1 month. you'll get 3 months. There's a little bit of a typo here. February 4th is not the right day. I'm giving you to Valentine's Day because I thought you might be able to remember that. So February 14th, my Valentine's Day present, buy 1 month, pay us for 1 month, you're going to get 3 months. That's sometimes I feel like the option professor, but that's not all you're going to get. The other thing that I'm going to include with this is we just put together a new training video CD set. We got it done with basically just this year. So it's brand new. Well, I'm sorry, last year. We're in 2011 now. Last year we put together a brand new training video. It shows RMO, but it also shows system testing and scanning and how to use like a lot of the different parts of MetaStock. Remember, we just showed you kind of the tip of the iceberg, like I said earlier. If you pay for 1 month of a subscription, I'm going to throw in this. You can go buy it on my website if you want. It's $100, but I'm going to throw it in for free. Okay? So what I wanted to do is I wanted to minimize your costs to try it out, and I think that's a good way to do it. I also wanted to make sure you got the training that you needed to be successful. If you decide you want to cancel your subscription, you just had to pay 1 month. That's it. And you can keep this training DVD as well. You don't need to mail anything back to us. This is yours to keep. To get that special offer, you're going to have to mention the ISE webinar today. And you're going to have to call the toll-free number on the screen here. It's 1-800-252-9901. So I'm done with my little sales pitch. Let me see. I have a few more questions. They come in two different places here for me.
Yeah, they do.
Which is fine.
Chat and the Q&A, it's hard. I mean, I always find it easier in the chat, but
no, it's cool. I can definitely do it either way. Let's start with the Q&A first. Okay, we already answered the question about chart layouts. Okay, what time frames are best for RMO? I think that really goes down to the instruments, Gary, that you're looking at. I prefer daily, but I'm not an intraday trader at all. I do it for position trading and that kind of stuff. I've heard 30-minute and 60-minute work really, really well on the RMO. So you can use it on any time frame. I've shown it on a lot of hourly charts as well over the years, but I find daily works well for me just simply because I'm really busy at my job. It keeps me extremely busy. And so my trades generally tend to be position trades. If you're a more active trader, do MetaStock Pro and try it with the RMO, or try it on a 60-minute. Because also we were seeing the trades that we were in, we're holding on to stuff for 4 months. And we're making money on them, but that might be a little bit too long for you to hold on to a trade you might want to do hourly, which would be a lot smaller for a position size. Dan asks, can MetaStock be installed on both a PC, home PC, and basically he's asking if you can install it on maybe a desktop and a laptop. Actually, to clarify, a laptop and a home PC. Yeah, that's fine, Dan. Typically, our license installations are good for 2 machines. So that's a perfect situation where you can install it on your home PC, you can install it on your laptop, and you're still good to go. Okay. Gary says, thanks, you're welcome. John says, John Bollinger, how's it going? I wonder if that's really John Bollinger. If it is, hi John, thanks for coming to my presentation. If not, well, thanks anyway for coming to our presentation. Let's look at the other one. John, I think, has free MetaStock forever for us. So John's been a good business partner. One of my favorite things to look at, I've got a signed autograph copy of Big Trend Toolkit, and it's by far one of the most valuable books I've ever read.
John says it is the real John Bollinger.
Yeah. So it's a great book. I think it's Bollinger on Bollinger Bands is the name of the book. And I have an autograph copy, but if you guys like John, you know, I've actually just this year I was lucky. Actually, last year again, we're in a new year. Last year I was able to sit down with John, and we helped sponsor as an event, and learned a lot of really good things. I think John's probably done more for technical analysis than I have. At least.
Yeah, he said that you came to my seminar. That's what he said. Proof.
Yeah, I went to his seminar. Yeah, okay. Sometimes I stumble over my own words. Bear with me there. Does the system interact with our online brokerage system? Not yet. A lot of our clients are actually, Arnhem Holzer asked this question. A lot of our actual people using MetaStock right now are actually brokers and institutions. We sell a lot of them through Reuters, actually. That being said, we're looking at ways to integrate it into trading, and it isn't integrated with anything right now. Does the system work with E-Trade? Oh, same question. Chris asked, if I already have MetaStock, can I have Unleash as a gift? Why don't you call in and maybe you could buy the Bollinger Band Toolkit. No, I'm just teasing. Why don't you drop me a message? My email address is right there on the screen, Chris, and we'll work on that. Can the RMO be used for E-mini futures? Absolutely. Same broker question. Thank you. All right, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming out. I think I caught all the questions. If you have more questions, let me type them in. I appreciate your time today. This is one of the favorite things that I really like to do. And I'm getting a lot better. I actually presented a MetaStock class at one of John's events that he held back 6 or 7 years ago in New York. It was a while ago, and it was the first presentation I had ever done. I don't know if John even remembers. But I sat there and I shivered in front of the audience for about an hour. I think it was a mess. But I've done a lot since then, and it's actually one of the things that I enjoy doing most. So anyway, thanks for coming, guys. Give us a call if you have any questions. You're welcome to drop me an email. I'll answer them. And again, I really appreciate you guys coming out today. And I'll see you guys next time.
Jeff, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. And you did a great job. And I hope that if people find you are offering valuable, which I think many will, they should contact jeffrey.gibby@reuters.com, or they can call it 1-800-252-9901. And Jeff, you'll have to come back and possibly do an FX presentation. You willing?
I'll come in and actually I'll give a different lesson next time too.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, we'll work on that. Jeff, thanks again on behalf of the IC. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate you having me.
Take care now. Just want to remind, first I want to say thanks again. Jeffrey Gibby did a great job. And if you're interested, let me just go back one more time. And so you can get the MetaStock end-of-day users, end-of-day traders, or the MetaStock Pro. That's up to you. And contact jeffrey.gibby@reuters.com. And we at the IASC we're always trying to bring quality education. So next week, as part of our ETF and Index webinar series, we'll have Patrick Seresna, Beyond Buy and Hold Option Strategies for the Diversified ETF Investor. So that's February 8th. The following week, Feb 15th, and Passarelli, and then Mike Sousa on February 22nd. I want to thank Jeffrey Gibby again for a great presentation. Thanks so much, Jeffrey. And I want to thank all of you, the attendees, for making this such a great program. Without you, we wouldn't have this program. So please continue to come as often as you can. And if you miss us, well, we archive all of these presentations so you can catch us at your leisure. So on the behalf of the ISE, this is Steve Meisinger wishing you a safe and happy trading day tomorrow. Bye all.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To find more podcasts on options, stocks, alternative markets, and market data, please visit www.isc.com/podcasts.